Good morning. Thank you for watching this video and actually sharing time. I realized it's a small group of people who watch these videos, but what a privilege to be able to share this with you. And today it's all about Luke 24 verse 36, and that's the story where the two disciples from Emmaus run back to Jerusalem. They find the others, and then Jesus appears, and the first thing he says is, "Peace be with you." And they're astonished. They cannot believe what's going on. And then he says, "But look, it's me. It's not a ghost. Give me something to eat." They give him something to eat. And then he explains scripture, and he opens their eyes to see. So an amazing story. And my question is, what would you say was the difference in these people, in this small group of disciples at the beginning of the story in comparison to the end of the story? Now there's something beautiful that happens here. Is at the beginning they're astonished, they cannot believe, they're shocked, they're in fear. And as the story goes on, they almost disappear, and Jesus steps forward to become the main character in this short episode. But there's one thing that happens, and it's so many times mentioned here, as what they see. They see him. Well, before that, Peter came back and he told them that he has seen the Lord, or the Lord has appeared to him. And then they see and they're shocked. And Jesus say, "Why are you shocked with what you see?" And then at the end it says, and he opens scriptures so that they can actually see. And that's the movement that happens in this passage, is from sight to insight. From sight to insight. And then at the end it says he opens their minds and their hearts to see. So it's almost as though we have a movement from seeing into insight, seeing in a different way. So what does this actually mean for us? Anyone can read the gospel story, and it's such a well-known story. A lot of people these days say, well, I don't believe this story. But there's another way around this, and that's moving from sight to insight. And I use an image, and I will use an image in church on Sunday to explain this. And it's these very well-known 3D images. Just here you can see the one that I'm going to use on Sunday. And my question would be to you, what do you see? If you take some time, I will keep it on at the end of the video. But what do you see? It takes some time to see what there actually is. Well, I won't give it away just now, but there's something beautiful, and it takes some time. When we discussed this passage, someone said how beautiful is that Jesus actually gives them time. When he comes in, the first thing he says is, "Peace be with you." And then slowly something happens, and at the end he opens their minds. It's almost as though he's giving them time. We need that time as well. But the most important thing is that we are being transformed by looking deeper into the story and then discovering something. There's this very beautiful poem, a very long poem by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, called Aurora Leigh. And in this very long poem, there are these few lines which says, "Earth is crammed with heaven, and every common bush afire with God. But only he who sees takes off his shoes. The rest sit around and pluck blackberries. Now for church, I've translated this into Dutch, and just listen, those of you who understand Afrikaans, just listen how beautiful this is. It says, "De aarde is vol gepropt met de hemel, en elke gewone struik staat in vuur en vlam met God. Maar alleen wie ziet, doet sy skoene uit. De rest zit eromheen en plukt brame. The rest sit around and pluck blackberries." That is the movement. It's from sight into insight. I want to end my story today with telling another story. Earlier this week on Wednesday, I was cycling somewhere and I had to stop at the robot, at the traffic light, and two young girls, I think they must have been around about 16 or 17, stopped behind me. The one was telling the other one something, and then the other one said, "Oh, but you are so short-sighted. Je bent so kortsigtig." And I thought, yes, how many of us, how am I not short-sighted many times? And therefore I pray, Lord, help me to even keep on looking deeper, to understand more, to see your presence all around, to see the beauty of recreation, and at the end to see myself and this world in a different way. And that is my prayer for all of us, to move from sight into insight. God bless you.